There's a bat and a ball. There are fielders, a pitcher, a catcher, and a batter at the plate. But it sure doesn't sound like baseball.
Walter, take everything you know about baseball or softball and throw most of it out. Beep ball involves a lot of hearing but no seeing. The players are blind. The ball beeps, the bases buzz, and the players are blind.
It's amazing.
The rules are simple. The pitcher and batter are on the same team. The goal is to hit the ball and tackle the buzzing base before an outfielder finds the ball and raises it in the air.
That's it, Dave.
There's only two bases, first and third, and there's a base operator, and the base operator will randomly choose first or third. The batter never knows which base is going to be activated.
This is beep baseball, an entirely original competitive sport that lets visually impaired athletes suit up for a very special version of America's favorite pastime. Over the next few minutes, we'd like to introduce to you the exciting and fascinating game of beep baseball. On any given summer day, thousands of people, young and old, joyously charge out to their positions on a field to the cry of, "Play ball."
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, run!
That privilege was not an option for people who lacked sufficient vision to play the game. Playing baseball was for sighted people only. But then, in 1964, Charlie Fairbanks, an engineer with Mountain Bell Telephone in Colorado, implanted a small beeping sound module inside of a normal-sized softball and presented the blind community with a precious gift, the very first beep baseball.
Some star athletes are playing in the 27th annual World Series of Beep Baseball right now.
I mean, I can't play baseball anymore. I want to play ball, so I found out beep ball's around, so I got to play. Now I can play something I love.
Women play too.
I lost my sight when I was 6, and then someone introduced it to me when I was 9, and I loved it, and I fell in love with it.
I'm one of these people that says that I can do anything anybody else can do except see, so it's not a big thing to me to, you know, to play beep baseball.
I lost my eyesight over 20 years ago, and I was a competitive person when I lost my eyesight. So to find something that's this competitive, to be able to, you know, feed my competitive juices was great.
Some of the basic playing rules were devised by a group of service-oriented telephone employees known as the Telephone Pioneers of America. The pioneers also devised a set of knee-high, cone-shaped rubber bases that contained electrically powered sounding units that emitted a high-pitched whistle. That laid the foundation for the initial experimentations with beep baseball. Then in the spring of 1975, the Minnesota Telephone Pioneers presented this beeping baseball to a group of blind athletes in Minneapolis who put together the first beep baseball team. They in turn introduced the ball to another group of blind athletes in neighboring St. Paul, who also formed a team. They established the first set of rules and competitive beep baseball was born.
Beep baseball allows blind and visually impaired athletes to compete on the field. The game is pretty much the same as the game we all know and love, except for the ball, it beeps, and the bases, they buzz. Pitchers and catchers are the only players not blind.
We've got a great bunch of guys here in Chicago, and they're young, they're enthusiastic, and they're working real hard, and we're looking to bring home a world championship.
It's an aggressive game. Once players hit the ball, they can run to either first or third base. They run to the buzzing base. If the batter reaches the base before a fielder touches and holds up the ball, the runner is safe and scores. Another difference is the pitcher. He pitches to his own team. Beep baseball pitchers spend a lot of time working on timing as well as delivery.
The pitcher tries to just stay consistent. He's going to say, ready, pitch at the same cadence and deliver the ball at the same speed each time. And each individual batter, depending on their swing, will key off of that at different portions.
Spectators who witness today's style of beep baseball are generally amazed. They see blind athletes dive onto the ground to stop a beeping ball and run full speed toward the sound of a buzzing base to score a run. They see desire, determination, teamwork, and skilled performances by sightless players having fun in the midst of extreme competition.
We're doing what normal people do. Most people play softball, baseball, and we play baseball also. Just only difference, our ball beeps.
The game is played on a completely grass field, and because the players depend on sound to hit or field the beeping ball, or to run to a buzzing base, the playing field needs to be located in a relatively quiet area. Players do not normally snatch balls out of the air. Many attempts have been made to catch a fly ball, but in the NBBA's history, there have only been 4 documented cases of a hit ball being caught in the air. However, in the rare event of a fly ball being caught, it is scored as 3 outs, and the inning is over. Good defensive players learn to use their bodies and the ground to block and trap hit balls.
How we warm up, we got the ball going. We just throw it to them randomly, and they got to listen, find out if it's coming to them, and then react and pick up the ball.
Good hitting teams may have several players with batting averages over 500. Players openly admit they enjoy the thrill of heftily swinging at a pitched ball, making solid contact, and then charging down the base path to score a run.
My nickname is Thunder.
Thunder.
Thunder, because everyone says when I hit the ball, it sounds like thunder.
To truly appreciate the players in this game, you have to step in their shoes, close your eyes, and open your mind.
Ready to pitch.
You've got to hear that ball in your dreams.
Some days I do.
First and third bases are placed 100 feet down their respective lines and 10 feet off the foul line away from the field of play. This is to help minimize the chances of a runner colliding with a defensive player.
You finally hit the ball, but
Yes.
were you able to run and tackle the base?
Okay, you know what is so weird is you're totally hearing what's going on, and I had someone clapping their hands, and he said, "Run to me as fast as you can." I would get about halfway there, and I would stop because I was afraid I was going to hit him. So I think that's the real hard part,
Right.
is that just to run with total abandon and then knock something over.
Yeah.
It was great.
It is inevitable that beat baseball will continue to grow. It is a game that is fascinating to watch, fun to play, and it offers a variety of athletic challenges. Sighted people go away from a beat baseball game with a new appreciation of what blindness is all about. A blind person goes home with a deep satisfaction of knowing, with the assistance of sighted volunteers, that they too can play baseball. In addition to team fundraisers, all teams seek financial sponsors to help defray the costs of the specialized equipment and help these athletes raise money for uniforms, equipment, tournaments, and travel expenses. Your donation will make it possible for these athletes to compete. And just as important as money, beat baseball teams are constantly striving to expand beat baseball and are looking for visually impaired athletes and sighted volunteers who would like to become a member of their team. If you know of interested individuals, have them contact a representative of the Beat Baseball League. If you would like assistance in starting a new beat baseball team, contact the team that gave you this video or contact the National Beat Baseball Association at www.nbba.org for additional information and assistance. We hope you've enjoyed this short journey into the game of beat baseball, and we hope you've come away with a general understanding of the game and the athletes who play it. If you get the chance, go out and see a beat baseball game in person. It's fun, exciting, and an experience you won't forget. Beat baseball. It's a real eye-opener.